Hey YouTube, it's Michael here, and today my wife and I are just going to take a leisurely drive to Newport from Corvallis. We're in the southwest corner of town right now by Safeway and Bimart, and we're just going to film the drive out there so you can see what it looks like to go to the coast from Corvallis. Have fun. Alright, so we are leaving the Sunset Center Shopping Plaza in southwest Corvallis. We're basically at the southwest corner of town. There's a bunch of retail and shopping there, including grocery stores, obviously. This is Philomath Boulevard, so downtown is about 5 minutes to the right, and we're going left. We're going west towards the coast on Philomath Boulevard, also known as Highway 20 or Highway 34. So the intersection that we're about to cross through right ahead of us is the intersection with Southwest 53rd Street. Bing! That right there, that's basically the southwest corner of town, at least as it looks like on the map of Corvallis, as I've talked about in some of our other driving videos. So now we're just on this few minute long stretch of road in between Corvallis and Philomath. And you can see Mary's Peak off in the distance, front and center. There's Chenard's Nursery on the left. We love those guys. That was Country Club Road. And there's a paved bike path to the left of the road, adjacent to it, going the whole way, connecting Corvallis and Philomath, which is really cool. That's the Boulevard Apartments, so we're now getting into Philomath already. And this is East Philomath. You got a feed farm store on the left there. We have the Boy Scouts Lodge coming up on the right. And there's the Welcome to Philomath sign with the flag we just passed. This is now downtown Philomath. This is 19th Street, if I recall correctly. So if we went to the left, we would go to the Philomath Middle School and Clements Primary. If we went to the right, we would end up right back in southwest Corvallis by the fairgrounds. That's kind of like one of the back ways into town. Bunch of restaurants here. We just passed a great barbecue place, Eats and Treats, wonderful little coffee shop off to the right, La Roquita Mexican food, some great places. Dizzy Hen, breakfast. I can't even go this fast, but you'll have to check out the actual narrated driving tour of Philomath to get the full scoop on all these places. And now we are approaching West Philomath. So this is sped up in 4 times the speed. But there's West Philomath, and that was the Woodsman Thai food restaurant. So now we're leaving the main part of Philomath. If we went left right there, that would take us down to Mary's Peak, but we're going to continue west, continue straight, and go directly towards the coast. So at this point, we've got probably a 45-minute drive ahead of us, and it's going to look like this. It's lovely, it's green, it's beautiful. We're going to go through the pass, and as we get to Newport, Oregon, on a clear day, you can see the ocean in the distance as you get to the last little hill crest on the way over there. We actually just passed Mary's River Estates, and this is Wren Hill. That little hillside is zoned for 2-acre custom-build lots. So that's Wren Hill Estates in West Philomath. As we go down the hill here, off to the right is the Kings Valley area. My wife and I were actually just there with some friends. Kings Valley area every spring has a really fun Shrewsbury Renaissance Fair and Festival, and also off to this area, and it's this turnoff right there. Also there in the Kings Valley area, you've got a bunch of wineries. You got to check out Lumos Winery and Cardwell Hill Cellars and Harris Bridge Vineyards. And I might be getting the names slightly wrong, but it's Lumos and Cardwell Hill and Harris Bridge. There's also the archery range for the Benton Bowmen, which I enjoy being a part of, and I think the Elks Club has a rifle range, a gun club out there too. One of the things we always love about going to the coast, going to Newport for the day, is that whatever the weather is doing in the Mid-Valley, it always seems to be a little bit different and subjectively for the better. You know, if it's really hot in the Mid-Valley in Corvallis, Philomath, Albany area, you can go to the coast and it'll be cooler there and you can get a little bit of a breather. In the summertime, If you have a bad allergy day in the Mid-Valley, if there's a lot of grass pollen, like before July 4th, for example, you can go to the coast and you won't be sneezing at all for that day. And then in the wintertime, if it ends up being really cold and just kind of a dreary, rainy day, you can usually go to the coast and it'll at least be a little bit different. And it's just a nice change of pace. Now this happens to be, I think it was Labor Day weekend that I filmed this. So when we do get to the coast in this video, you're going to notice that there were a lot of people, a lot of cars everywhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to probably just cut away and show some aerial drone shots from family friend Chance Olafson of Cascara Films LLC to give you a better view of what it actually looks like to get to the Pacific Ocean. But some of our favorite things to do on the coast are to go to Nye Beach area, walk around, see all the little artist shops. It's really cute. Get a bowl of chowder at the Chowder Bowl. Walk around Nye Beach itself on the beach. Fly a kite there. Get a good view of the lighthouse. We love going to the Oregon Coast Aquarium, which is in Newport. And especially for a community that size, meaning for a community that small, the Oregon Coast Aquarium is a wonderful facility. It's totally worth getting a membership there. It'll pay for itself if you go twice a year or more. And they always have a fun seasonal exhibit that'll swap out every winter time, right around, I think, January. Rogue Brewery is also on the coast in Oregon. And near Rogue Brewery is Hatfield Marine Science Center, which is actually different than the Oregon Coast Aquarium. Hatfield, if I recall correctly, is associated with Oregon State University, and it's a really neat place to go check out, kind of like a mini aquarium, but more marine science center. They have some really neat exhibits. The last time I was there, had a really fun time looking at their giant Pacific octopus and seeing the underwater rover, the deep submarine remote vehicle that was actually damaged by hot magma coming up, pardon me losing the words here, from an underwater volcano off the coast. A lot of people go to the coast as well just to go check out the lighthouses and go looking for agates on the beach and to watch storms come in. That is a big thing around here. If you haven't seen our other narrated driving tours, please do be sure to check out the narrated driving tour playlist. We've got a full-length narrated driving tour of Corvallis example neighborhoods. We're working on the same right now for Philomath and Albany. We've got a Dare Village already up there. And if there's enough demand for it, let us know in the comments below, and we can do a driving tour around Newport as well, as opposed to just a drive to Newport, which is admittedly more a little bit for fun right now. So right around here, if you're new, you're not going to realize, if you're new to this area, you're not going to realize that this part is different. But for you old school folks who have been living in the Mid-Valley for a long time and are still following our channel just because, for fun, this is, of course, the newer section of road where they were working on this for a long time, and it eliminated a lot of the really sharp twists and turns that used to go through like the Eddyville area. It was beautiful to drive through there, but I think there were concerns about large trucks having so many twists and turns. So this is actually, now that it's finally complete, this is giving us an even shorter path to the coast when we do this drive. And I might have spoken too soon. That looks like it starts right around here. Newport is close enough that you can literally just go there from the Mid-Valley just to get a bowl of clam chowder, for example. It's just a nice little getaway, and it's a beautiful drive. I know I mentioned the Chowder Bowl on Nye Beach. Another one of our favorite places to go is Local Ocean Seafoods, which is in the old Bayfront area. Local Ocean always has super delicious, just absolutely tasty local fish dishes, and they have a seafood counter where you can get local catch and bring it home for the day. Chowder Bowl, come to think of it, on Nye Beach. You can also bring condensed chowder containers back home and just dilute with cream and make your own clam chowder the next day too. And at Local Ocean Seafoods on the old Bayfront, at least for me, one of my favorite things is going there to get their crab bisque. It's like a cheese and garlic, very rich crab bisque soup, super garlicky, very delicious, and definitely different from Chowder Bowl's clam chowder. I like to go get clam chowder, walk around on the beach, go to the aquarium, walk that off, and then go get dinner at Local Ocean or vice versa. Right around here, we're getting into Newport, and you can actually see the ocean off in the distance. If we turn left here, we would go towards the old historic Bayfront, where Local Ocean Seafood is, like I mentioned, and now we're just getting into the heart of Newport. This is the main area. The drive starts to get a little bit more like a boring traffic at this point because I'm just sitting at red lights for a bit. So right around here, I think we'll probably cut in and out and show you some drone footage from Chance over at Cascara Films so you can get a better view of the coast.